There's a right way to set up ads in 2026, and there is an absolute wrong way to set up ads where you are literally just throwing money in the trash can and lighting it on fire. And in today's video, I'm gonna break down the 5 different ad strategies that we have used to generate over $1 million in sales over the last 2 years. If you're a coach, consultant, or digital course creator, all of these strategies are going to be so beneficial, and I'm gonna break down which strategies to use based on what type of offer you have as well. Make sure to grab your notepad, save this video. We're gonna get so freaking tactical because I want 2026 to be the year that your business scales without you having to be online 24/7, 365. Now, if you're unfamiliar with paid advertising through Meta, there are tons of help articles on exactly how to get set up. I'm not going to go into that in today's video. What I want to focus on is 5 different strategies that you can use so that when you actually go into Ads Manager, you know exactly what type of campaign to set up and why. And as a bonus, I'm going to break it down from easiest, lowest effort to most effort, depending on where your business is at and what type of offers that you have. Starting with number 1, the Masterclass format. Now, this is one of my favorite ways to sell one-to-many, and this is going to be lowest effort for those of you that have the ability to run a workshop, masterclass, or webinar and don't necessarily want to be having one-to-one conversations with every single person that you are trying to sell into your programs. This is going to work really well for mid-ticket offers and high-ticket offers, especially if you are using retargeting and not just targeting a cold audience, because masterclasses are a really great way to build trust quickly without having to get on individual sales calls. If you're running a masterclass ad campaign, it's really important that you've got a landing page, a form, and a pixel tracking everything on your website. Otherwise, Meta is not going to know what to optimize for. This type of campaign is going to be considered a lead campaign, and there's 2 different ways that you can do it. The first is going to be sending people to website. The second is going to be instant form. Now, we're going to talk about instant forms more in depth in a second because they are a really great way to get leads cheap. But for the context of the masterclass specific ad strategy, make sure that when you do decide where you are sending traffic to and how you are capturing the leads, that you choose one or the other rather than both. The reason being is that Meta is going to prioritize instant form fills, which requires for you to create less upfront for somebody to give you their information, which means you really just need super strong creative. But the downside of that is that there's less nurturing and there's less brand awareness. So for the sake of a masterclass, I actually recommend sticking with sending people to a website, because that's really where on a landing page you're able to get really specific about who you're serving, the outcome of the masterclass, what they're going to walk away with, and establish more authority and build more rapport. Let's shift gears and talk instant form, because again, instant forms are a really easy way for people to give you their information with very small resistance. However, what we've found is that if someone's giving you their information without having a ton of information about you, there's more work on your end to really build that trust. Instant forms is the second low effort way for you to start collecting leads. What we've been seeing is that instant form does bring you in cheap leads under $8, $5, even $4. However, there is more work on the back end for you. What we've been doing is using instant forms to send people to a VSL, which is a video sales letter. And once they're in our ecosystem, we send them through a direct email funnel, warming them up around our offer and giving them a direct call to action to book a sales call. This is a great pathway if you have a high ticket offer, or alternatively, you can use the VSL to bump people into a lower ticket offer that's kind of like a taster of your higher ticket offer. Just make sure if you are selling people into a $47 offer or offer under $100 that you've got that ascension built in, where the next step for them is to move into your higher ticket offer, and they don't just have that one step of an on-demand course. Typically, when that happens, you're going to end up spending a lot of money for a very small sale, and ultimately we want you to get the biggest ROI possible, which brings us to number 3, which is the ads for the low ticket offer or a self-liquidating offer. Now, I love this strategy because you're getting qualified people that are already investing in working with you. A self-liquidating offer can be anywhere between $7, $11, $20, $47, but we don't want to make it so high that someone who's cold, who has never seen you before, has price resistance because they don't necessarily have that trust yet. Now, this low ticket offer needs to solve a specific pain point or desire that your ideal client has for your highest ticket offer. If you are a digital course creator and you've got a low ticket offer, but you have back-end higher ticket offers, this can be a really great way to bring qualified people people in because they're not just freebie seekers, they're actually putting money down to work with you. But the most important thing here is that you have a funnel built on the back end to bring those people from low ticket into high ticket. And this is, by the way, exactly what I do in our silent sales systems inside of my High Ticket Coach Academy. We teach our clients exactly how to build out their ad strategy and a silent sales system on the back end where their funnels are firing for them. They don't have to market different offers because it's all built into their back end once somebody enters their ecosystem. If you want to learn more about that and working with me, go into the description of this video and there's a training that breaks down exactly how I support my clients. When you're setting up a low ticket offer that is direct to site conversion, make sure that you have the conversion campaign set up and that you've got your pixel set up on your site for purchases. Now, the final two ad strategies make up about 70% of our revenue and our sales for 2025. They are a little bit more heavy lifting, and that's why I recommend only doing them for a high ticket offer of $2,000 or more. The first is going to be a new follower campaign. Now, this is a really easy way to spend a very little amount of money, get more visibility in front of the right people, and convert your followers into sales calls or paying clients. Now, with your new follower campaign, the objective is profile visits. You want to be sending people to your Instagram unless you have a big Facebook presence, but I imagine most of you are building on Instagram. Within that, the call to action on your post is going to be to follow you for more tips on X, whatever it is that you do. So if you're a hormonal doctor or a hormonal coach, follow me for more tips on how to balance your hormones, lose that extra 10 pounds of stubborn weight, and stop dealing with mood swings. The other thing that I really like about new follower campaigns is that you can also just boost your best organic posts because that's going to build trust quickly. It's engaging, it's quality content that positions you as an authority, and it doesn't require you to have to create a bunch of ads all the time. What's really important though, if you are doing a new follower campaign, that you go back and look at your feed and make sure that your grid is reflective of the ideal client that you're calling out, their pain points, their desires, because the last thing that you want is to get traffic from a really good ad and then for people to land on your page and feel like it's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. That's going to create confusion and your ads just aren't going to perform. It's really important though with a new follower campaign that you have some sort of follow-up once people start following you. I like to use ManyChat because they recently released a new follower automation where the moment that somebody follows you, you can send them a direct message that's automated and starts a conversation. Not every account has this yet though, so for those of you that don't necessarily have that feature on ManyChat, I recommend sending manual messages to the followers that look like they're on avatar with your ideal client. Now again, this makes it a little bit more manual, but we did the math and about 60% of our new clients that were coming in came from our new follower campaigns. It works really, really well, but again, you want to have a higher ticket offer because you're putting more effort in. The final ad strategy for 2026 is a direct DM ad. The reason this is the fifth on the list is because it definitely is the most heavy lifting when you're having leads coming into your DMs daily. It means that you need to be prepared and ready to be in your DMs having conversations with people, and on the back end have the structure set up to turn those people into sales calls or be really good at selling in the DMs without a sales call. Now the caveat to that is you might be really good at selling in the DMs to people who know you, who have been following you for a while, who replied to a call to action on your story, but when you're using ads, you have to remember that these people don't trust you. They don't know you. This might be the first ad that they've ever seen. So having that conversation and that back and forth in the DMs is a really easy way to build trust quickly. But keep in mind, you might need a sales call to convert cold traffic into a high ticket offer if you are using a DM ad strategy. The campaign objective for DM ads is going to be engagement. Make sure that you're sending people to your Instagram messages. Within this, you're going to customize every single ad creative to be a specific keyword so that you can track the efficiency of who's actually coming in that's quality and who's actually closing. Meta has a long way to go with being able to effectively track DM conversations as well as new follower campaigns. So this is why these two campaign styles are a little bit more heavy lifting, but they still work insanely well at closing the trust gap quickly and getting you in front of high ticket buyers. If you need support building trust quickly, make sure to watch this video where I break down the 7 steps to building trust quickly with your audience, and subscribe to my channel because I create content like this every week for coaches who are leveraging Instagram to scale online.